We are live.
Hey, what is up, guys? Gaming Junkies podcast here, and well, today we have a special guest, Numlii here.
Hello.
Hello. We also have Wolfson and Lord Bob Ross in the podcast
Hey,
today.
now the stream is going.
Yes, sir. Once again, guys, if you guys do want to catch us recording these podcasts live, head on over to Agent Ross.
Agent
or
Ross.
Yes,
Colorado.
Agent Ross. I can't speak. It is
Agent
fucked for me.
_ Colorado.
Yes, Agent_Colorado on Twitch.tv, and you can catch us live every day. You can ask us questions
Every day, huh? Oof, man.
Yes, you're live every day.
Oh,
technically
right.
speaking.
Okay, I see what you mean. Never mind. I thought you meant with the podcast. I was like, we don't shoot this every day, but all right. Hop in. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, no, the podcast we record once a week, every Mondays. So every Mondays, roughly same time, about 9 p.m. CST. So whatever time that is for everybody else, I don't know.
That's 8 p.m.
Just-
CST Colorado time just for you guys that are near me. Then you can work off of that.
Yeah, fair enough. So, but yeah, if you guys ever do
Or
wanna
8 p.m.
hop
MST,
in-
sorry. Sorry.
you just blew my fucking mind.
Yep.
I don't know how, but you blew my mind.
I did it.
Thank
He's
you
very
much.
tired, chat. So, okay. Let's just start with that, in fact. How late have you been staying up every night? What time do you usually go to bed?
For the past week, I've been going to bed at 11 p.m. Believe it or not.
That's not bad.
Yeah, what happened last night, bro?
I don't know. Last night it was bad. Oof.
Look, I had
I
an
was-
excuse, though. I want to know what yours was. What happened? Like,
I went to bed at about 11 last night, and then woke up and didn't fall asleep until like 1, and then I woke up at like 3. Forget what I woke. Oh, I woke up to your stream.
right, I was yelling
Right.
in GTA. That was fun. We were having a good time. I went to
Yep.
bed about 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
What
I woke
what
up
time
to
did I
him
wake up, though?
yelling. You've been live technically for
A
6
while
hours
now.
now.
Yeah, I keep
so-
resetting it because freaking
Yeah,
FPS counter, but
yeah, you've been live for like 6, 7 hours now, and so you've probably been awake for.
I was up at
7.
11 a.m.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
You gotta get on that hard grind life where you just burn the candle at both ends and then you drink a beer at the end of the day.
I mean, I
Fair
got my
enough. I
beer.
respect that.
I got my beer.
I got a beer sitting over here. I might
Nice.
open it a little bit.
Definitely.
That's
Just
nice.
got
I've been
water.
Oh, I respect it.
Well-
I got water over here too.
Yeah, I got some water. You gotta be hydrated if you're drinking, chat. If you're drinking, stay hydrated. Helps.
Don't pull on me. Don't get drunk without water.
Yeah, no, it hurts the next morning.
Yeah, that's where you run into problems. Nah, I've been
Yeah.
trying to go to bed earlier. Probably like a couple weeks ago, I was going to bed at 2, 3 in the morning. And I work a full time job in the summers, so I got to be there at like 9 a.m. Work from 9 to 6, and then usually come home and stream. And then usually my stream will like really pick up at like midnight or 1, and I'm like, well, shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
not going to bed now, and then I just wait until it dies down, which is usually around 3, and then fucking sleep for 4 or 5 hours and rinse and repeat. But now I've been going to bed at like midnight ish,
Yeah,
get a full 7 hours, and then call it good to go.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know how you feel with the stream picking up around midnight to from that like 11 p.m. to that like 1 or 2 in the morning
Yep.
time frame.
Yep.
I know that feeling because it's like that's when I peak at like 10 to 11 viewers every time, and it's like, man, why can't you all come to my like day streams? Oh wait, y'all are probably fucking sleeping because you guys are watching me stream at night. So
Or
it's
they're
like-
European, like what happens with me, where I make a bunch of
Yeah,
friends who are
maybe.
from Singapore or the Netherlands and shit, and they're like up at 3 in the morning, and I'm just like, fuck it, I guess I'm up.
Yep.
Yeah, I run into a lot of Australians. I had a guy last week that I was just playing like World War II, COD World War II, which is a 2-year-old game, which I'm just playing it for fun. I don't care if anybody watches.
Yeah.
And I had for probably like the 3 hours I was playing, I probably had concurrent right around 15 viewers, like the
Nice.
entire time,
Nice.
which was really impressive. And there were like a couple guys from Australia. I talked to one dude for a little bit who was asking me like tips on how to like grow your channel and get things started. And we were just like conversing. And for him, it was like 8 in the morning, and
Yeah.
for me, it was like fucking 11:30 at night. I'm like, all right, we're chilling.
Yep.
We're having a good time.
Fair enough.
Absolutely. Were you around for Tengi Asian, Mason? Were you there when Tengi would hang around? He was a kid from South Korea.
I don't think I met you until, because I met you roughly this time last year.
He was still
I don't
around,
think
but I don't know if you were in my Discord by that point.
I don't think I ever really hung around with you that much other than RP.
Yeah.
I think that was mainly when I hung around was in RP.
That was during my
Drunk.
No, I was just I didn't have good internet. I wasn't streaming, I wasn't doing anything. But what I was doing is I was just like playing online with random people in GTA or whatever in various Discords. And what happened was I can't remember who, but one of them literally was like, "Oh, let's set up a Minecraft server," and then so that became my life for like a year straight, pretty much. Where like I ran that, but they were all online in the middle of the night, so I'd always be online in the middle of the night and sleep all day. It was ridiculous. It was just the weirdest like cycle to be on, essentially. Like I'd wake up and my parents are going to bed and shit. It was weird.
Made here within the next few hours because this motherboard, there's only 2 left in stock.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, my brother ordered a monitor and just bought his power supply. And now he needs a graphics card, I think is all that's left. Which he's technically waiting on me, unfortunately. I don't know what to do about that, because I'm waiting on a 3000 series card to come out, and then I'm going to give him my 1070. But, that's like third quarter this year.
Yeah, that's like what?
So, we got a little ways to go still.
Doesn't third quarter start fucking next month, actually?
But they also want like $700 for a current 1070 for like a new one. That's because everyone's buying them out. Like my card going for $700. I was just like, Jesus, dude. I bought it for $400 when that shit came out.
Damn.
Just a regular 1070. Like, not a 1070 Ti. Like, I would understand if it was a 1070 Ti. $700, yeah. It's like on level with a 1080, but not quite. Like, it's just, it trades blows. Let's call it that, you know?
I will say this. So, Wolf, what are you planning on doing upgrading? Upgrade-wise for your PC?
Oh, I was just gonna build a whole new PC.
Nice. AMD or Intel?
I don't remember. I need to look through my history.
Word. I only went in. I went from Intel to AMD because I just can't afford the new CPUs versus the AMD equivalent. I can get more cores, kind of run shit in the background, not hurt my stream as much. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get that one.
Yeah, I think it was AMD.
Yeah.
Now that you're talking about it.
It probably was. That's the more affordable. If you can drop $2,000, I mean, yeah, Intel's good. Don't get me wrong. Their core performance is fucking out the roof. If you're gonna run a Minecraft server on anything, Intel, if you got the money to throw at it, buy a 9900K and put that bitch in there. That shit'll scream. But not everyone can afford that shit because that shit's expensive. I was on a 4790K forever, and I loved that thing, but just didn't quite keep up. So now it's going to my brother. But he's also not going to stream, so it'll be perfect for him.
Like, yeah, he's just going to be, what, a gamer? He's just going to be like, yeah.
Well, he's going to come play games, whatever we're doing, you know? He wants to play, like, what was that shit we were playing, Mordhau? He wants to play that. Yeah, he really wants to play that. He was watching me play, and he's like, that looks like fun. Actually, I'm going to probably set him up so he can play it on my stream once or twice before, too, but... he also wants to play like Minecraft with us, stuff like that, where we have the like modded or the plugins and cool shit. Because he saw me with the pets and he's like, "Oh, that's dope. You got a pet this, a pet that." I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty dope, you know."
So, yeah, definitely.
Get him into the PC gaming. He's a PS4 gamer, so
Yeah, I was.
Hey
One,
man, what's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing's wrong with it. You should just admit that PC is definitely better, but they both have great games. You know what I mean? Like
I would
that's
say,
Absolutely. I mean, I straight up bought a PC uh just for the purpose of streaming.
mm,
I'm like a console player through and through. I admit that I am awful on keyboard and mouse.
same.
So
it's
for
just
me, man,
it's just
eh,
learning it. I transferred during the Xbox 360 days, so it's been a long time. I've gotten used to it. You see me screw around and do stupid shit all the time and still fuck up. I'll like accidentally crouch when I mean to hit shift, stuff like that. But at the same time, like I wouldn't say that's the thing. Keyboard, people who say keyboard and mouse is better, it's not. It depends on the game. If the game was made for console only, that game does not transfer well. One of the games that did not transfer well at first was Destiny 2. It was very
Yeah,
clearly designed for console players, and if you played it on keyboard and mouse, you could feel like it just wasn't optimized. Like all the buttons were not properly key binded. You had to go through and change it all if you wanted to play properly. So
so
it
I
I
was.
would.
find it funny how people on console would cheat by plugging in a keyboard and mouse.
Mhm,
oh yeah, well that's I know about that because that's been a thing for a long time. I've been like a member like competitively playing like first person shooters,
mhm,
and it's instant. Just because if you're playing on like a keyboard and mouse, like the dynamic of like kickback on a gun is
and
completely
aiming.
different. On a
Yeah.
yeah, on like a keyboard and mouse, you get literally zero kick because everything is kind of on a horizontal basis
Mhm,
when you've a keyboard plugged in. Whereas on console, to make life difficult for you, everything is vertical.
mhm,
And so,
Like the
like,
guns
you
just
have to learn how to pull down. And I can tell, like, in an instant, like playing like Warzone, which is cross-platform now,
yep.
you can instantly tell if somebody's on a keyboard, not just by the sensitivity or like the DPI on their mouse. It's just from like how a gun kicks.
Yep.
literally the recoil.
And
Yeah.
how
So
easy
like,
it is for them to keep it straight. Absolutely.
oh,
Because I
absolutely, yeah,
found that
absolutely.
I literally when I play it, I would be playing after playing like CS:GO. I'd be like, holy shit, this game has no recoil. Like that's how I felt the first time I played it. I was just like, this is weird.
And being
Yeah,
I
that
was like
like
trying to
this
pull it
newest,
down and like it would go like nowhere. It was just like at
yeah.
their feet and stuff. I was like, oh, I don't have to pull down. Okay, right.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, that and you don't like keyboard and mouse. You just don't get like auto aim because you have like the full range of motion with your mouse.
Mhm.
Um, so it just makes in games like that easier, is in my opinion. And so, like being that this game is the first game designed for crossplay and for like keyboard, it's instant. You don't get any aim assist, and so because of that, the game's guns kick horizontal.
Mhm.
But if you're on console and you're playing with a controller, you're gonna get vertical kickback just because of you have like a lower range of motion.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I will say this:
Eh.
when I originally was playing Modern Warfare on console, every time I would stream, you oh my gosh, the amount of people that you could tell they were just using keyboard and mouse. Even if I was in a lobby full of controllers, you could tell that they were still on keyboard and mouse because they would unplug the controller right away into the match, and it would automatically switch to the keyboard. It's like, oh, okay, great, thanks. You just want to
Yep.
get into a controller lobby just to shit on us. Thanks.
There's a there's a competitive player now. I don't know how much you guys know about competitive Call of Duty, but his name is Envoy, Envoy, and so he's a
Oh,
player
I know.
for the Chicago Huntsmen. And
Yeah.
there was back in the day in BO3. So in the amateur community for Call of Duty, there's a lot of like playing for money and playing for bragging rights and just to
Mhm.
talk shit on other people because you beat them. And so in BO3, if you could use a keyboard and mouse, you were literally untouchable. Just because there's like the jumping mechanic and like the auto aim in that game is really weird and really inconsistent because you're playing on like so many different levels just
Is the
because you
jump
jump
hop
and fly
thing
around.
still a thing?
What in
Yeah.
BO3 or in Modern Warfare?
I don't remember which game it was for. I think it was BO3. But you could jump and hop at the same time, and it would make your character be a little bit higher.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
essentially, your head
It's like
was.
jetpacking.
Yeah. And
Yep.
I
So
fucking
he
thought the
so
first
he
person I
was like
saw
up and
doing that
coming.
was hacking, literally. I was like, what the fuck?
So like he was up and coming in the community, and he was notorious for playing in these tournaments, right, where you get farther along in the tournament where you're playing better people and competition's stiff and people try to fuck you with internet or keyboard and mouse. He was a keyboard and mouser. So like you're playing for these like free entry tournaments, you win $300 if you win, and he built his name, and then it came out like 2 years later after he started to actually make it that this fool was literally just keyboard and mousing. And so it took a pretty big hit to his rep. But now he's doing just fine. He's getting paid probably $60,000 just to
Yeah.
sit in front of his monitor and play.
Fuck, I wish. Shit.
Yeah, so it sucks. It sucks for like me, right? Because I don't like to cheat. I don't like to internet fuck people. Like I play the game and just like to prove that I'm better than you. And seeing shit like that it really just blows, because like you're out here and I'm trying to make like an honest buck, right? Like I know I have like the capability and the competitiveness to like play at like that high level and compete, but then you just get fucking thrown all over the place and end up losing because of something that's not just gun skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, and
So it's really unfortunate.
I agree with you on that whole cheating thing, because that's one of the things that's always pissed me off. Um, while I've done glitches and stuff in CS:GO, I only do it when I'm hanging out with my friends and I know we're just screwing around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do it when I know that like I'm actively fucking over teammates who are trying to like
Yeah.
do whatever, get out of whatever rank or shit like that. I don't like actively be like, oh, let me throw the bomb in this ungettable spot or whatever. You know what I mean? Unless I'm with my buddies and I'm like, all right, you know, we have to clutch this round. You know what I mean, or whatever. And I'm like, I'll throw it in the spot, and it's like stuck, and they're like, oh shit, shit like that. But I totally agree with you on that cheating bullshit, because essentially what happened, especially early days, like freaking when I was first playing CS:GO, is what you would get in the early days is essentially Smurfs who were completely capable of winning the match, but would throw the last few rounds to make sure the match tied every single time. And it's just like, dude, I'm trying to level up here, you know what I mean? Like, I get you're trying to stay in silver forever so you can smurf with them and feel like a fucking god, but man, dude, this shit sucks ass. And now, like, that's literally what holds back CS:GO, I feel like. Like, there's a lot of people who probably would love to try out CS:GO, but getting past that initial push into the game is actually a fucking cancer on your life, literally. You hate the game. I have friends who are just like, I don't want to play it anymore, and it's like, but we could do this. We just need to 5-stack it, and we could get you out of silver if you really want to. But
I think I'm there in level. Like I'm just trying to unlock rank so I could
yeah, it's
goof
just
off with friends.
I think what happened, because I think you have to be level 2 in order to unlock rank, and once you hit level 2, then you can rank.
yeah.
Was it 2? I thought it was like 25.
It
Oh,
used
fuck
to
no,
be.
I'm-
No, it used to be.
wow.
They've
Yeah,
changed that.
For Siege, it's level 30. For Siege, it's level 30. And let me tell you, oh, I went on my brother's account, like his alternate account, because his main account had gotten banned for a week. And I was like, okay, well,
Dirty
you're an
hacker.
idiot. No, oh, dude, so many people reported him for hacking because he and I would place Gold 1. We placed Gold 1 together, and his account got banned for a week for false, and I say false hacking when he literally lived right up the door, like doorway from me. I went up, like, he and we were actually really fucking ecstatic because that's our first time ever placing Gold 1, which was really actually pretty decent back before they changed all the ranking systems around. And not even a day later, he tries to sign in. He's like, I'm banned. I'm like, the fuck for? Apparently cheating and boosting. I'm like, how the fuck were you cheating and boosting?
No, they do cheating / boosting is one category, I'm guessing. So what it probably thinks is that he wasn't supposed to be at that rank, or he was supposed to be at that rank and you weren't, or one of the two, and that you were boosting each other, which is where someone purchases a higher ranked player to bring them up to their rank.
Yeah, and I will say this: yeah, my first time ever playing ranked, I placed silver 1, which, not bad, not great, kind of meh in between everything. But after just playing and playing and playing for so long, and knowing like the peak spots and like how to shoot and how to control the aim and shit on PS4, I started placing gold. I placed gold 3 one season and then gold 1 with my brother that next season. But I hopped on his account, which was only level 30, and he had like 2 alt accounts just in case he like his main alt account got banned too. He hopped on his other alt account, level 25, and both of us were like, you know what, let's go fucking Smurf. Join in newcomers match, played against level fucking 5s, level 10s, and all that shit. And yeah, it was kind of shitty that we did that because, like, yeah, we know all the spawn peaks and shit on the fucking maps of newcomers.
Yeah, you shouldn't
So,
do
yeah,
that. It ruins it. Look, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. It's fun. Okay, back when I was an MG, when I was an MG2 and call it or in CS:GO, whatever. Freaking, I literally thought it was hilarious too when I played with my buddies who were like silvers when they first started playing, and I would just shit on people. But at the same time, I see the way that it ruins the game, and the fact
yeah,
that it hurts the incoming player's experience, and the fact that people literally feel like, why am I even playing this game? Because I'm just gonna get shit on all the time
hmm
when I'm just trying to figure out even how the game mechanics work. That's the problem. And
yeah,
that's my problem with
Yeah.
Siege is that I don't even want to play the game. You saw it that one game where I was like just having a really bad day and that dude was literally
oh,
shooting me through
drunk.
the fucking floor. He might have been cheating. I don't even fucking know. But he was literally
Yeah,
shooting me through the floor while I was moving and I was just like, this is bullshit. I hate this fucking game. I was literally so pissed in the moment and it had nothing to do with really the game. It had everything to do with the experience I was having and the same experience I've had every single time I launch that game.
yep.
Yeah,
I
so I think that's like a new way, and maybe this is just me, and I'm like an incredibly like competitive person outside of
same.
gaming, just in life in general.
Yeah.
Is that like when I first started playing Call of Duty, like I didn't have my own console, so I would just go over to buddies' houses and play, and like talking about like the MW2 days, BO1, MW3, I was fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like when you hand your girlfriend the fucking controller and she's like, "Which way is up?" and you're like, "What the fuck? It's not that hard." But like when you're new to it, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So like I took it on myself, like just being, I had a lot of time on my hands. I would literally spend the waking hours. Like I'd be at a buddy's house and he'd be dead ass asleep and I'm still just grinding the game trying to get better.
Yep.
And like just how that evolved, like just to give a little background on me, because like I've been playing competitive Call of Duty for 6 7 years now. That like you you have to like put time in to get better, and it's still that way even though I've been competing and I've won stuff, and I've gone to like the biggest stages and played. um it all starts somewhere. And so like for me it was like MW3. I started that game only using a small because that's the only thing I could kill people with, and it was comedy. And then I worked my way up. At the end of that game, um I was in an
It's
organization and I was like a competitive sniper, and we'd play, weekend tournaments where it was all 3v3, and you're winning $20 here, winning $30 here, and that was it. And like evolving all the way up to like the position I'm in now. 2 years ago was the last I actually competed and traveled for the game, where you stay up for literally like a week straight. Like you maybe sleep 2 hours a night just prepping for that tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and you're literally playing. When you're not scrimming, you're shooting bots. When you're doing, like always stuff like that. When you're not playing the game, you're watching the VODs
Mm-hmm.
just to get better, just to get some kind of edge
Or just to
going
see
forward.
something
And
that
so,
someone might be doing new.
yeah, exactly. And so, like going back to this point where, it ruins the game playing people who are better than you. Like I hate that mentality personally. Like why play it if I can't like win
Well, it's
when I'm
not it's
just
not
getting
really
like
that.
smurfed?
It's more like I see it as people who are brand new to the game who are still literally learning every part of the mechanics, playing against people who are maybe not pro, but they're fucking way better than them, and it just they don't even get a chance to even like do anything, so they just feel like, oh well, why am I even playing this game? I just get headshot as soon as I walk around the corner. It's
Yeah,
silver
that's
one, and it's
that's like
like
that static
oof.
mindset though.
Oh,
That's a static
absolutely,
mindset. Like this
absolutely.
goes back to like I'm a business student in college, where like you could either have a static mindset or like a growth mindset, and that's that's kind of the thing. Like just to put it in other terms, like you could be like a nursing student, and just because you have to work like shitty hours at a hospital, you don't get to do surgeries or whatever, like doesn't mean you can't be a doctor. It just means you have to put time in, and you have to be
Oh,
willing to do
absolutely,
that. And
absolutely.
so, like, with being new to a game, and this is where like my starting point came in that like little rant was that like I literally just get shit on for hours and
Oh yeah,
just get fucking mad. And it's just instead of like literally putting the controller down, being like fuck this, I'm gonna go play something else that's not as challenging, or where I'm not gonna play Smurfs or people that are better than me. It's like it's just having like the motivation to like try. Because I mean, if video games is like a pretty simple thing. If you have a faster reaction time than the person next to you, and you guys have the same connection, you will win.
absolutely.
And it's just getting to that point and understanding,
mentality.
like what you're talking about, mechanics of the game and stuff like that. And
I
so
just
I
mostly
hate smurfing.
I this is
Like,
this is the answer I feel like to smurfing because I know it's never gonna go away. First of all, I just don't actively participate because I try to bring new players into the game kind of thing, and I realize that I'm not even that good, so it doesn't even matter kind of thing to me. But more what I try to think is why doesn't this game have a better entry point where it's like when you join and it's your first launch, it puts you into a session with a bunch of bots or something like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't
that's
even
what like
let you
Fortnite does,
play.
right?
Yeah, exactly. And, even though, yeah, that's kind of cheap, but at the same time, maybe you can skip it if you want to. It's in the menu, you hit escape, go skip the
Yeah.
tutorial. But that way, it's like you get that moment to learn everything first before you're dropped into casual or whatever bullshit they try to throw you into to learn with a bunch of people who are way better than you, and you don't really get a chance to learn anything from the way they're playing too much if you don't even know how the guns work yet. It's your first time even pulling it out. You're like, well, shit, I didn't even get a chance to shoot. So what
Yeah.
was that
That's
gun?
fair.
Like, I feel like there should just be some entry thing where it's like when you first join any multiplayer competitive game, it's like, here's some bots. They are dumb. Shoot at them. Have a little fun with some of the guns. Figure out how they all work real quick. And then when you're done, join your friends. Or hit escape and skip it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
here
I
it
will
is. Here's your
say,
chance.
yeah, I will say though, those that day that my brother and I went smurfing, we were just doing it for shits and
Oh, dude,
giggles. We didn't
don't
care.
don't think
No,
I'm shitting
no,
on you about it. It's fun. Trust me. It's
no,
fun.
it is
No, I'm
fun.
shitting on you. Though.
Wolf is,
No,
trust me.
yeah, I know Wolf is. We were having fun. We were just fucking about, and we actually ended up getting some friend requests and invited to go actually play against some or play with some people that we just met in a random lobby
Mhm.
that was on the enemy team that we were smurfing against. They're like, "How are you guys doing this? How are you guys this good?" And it's like, well, we're actually not level 20s or 30s. We're actually like level 100s
Yeah.
that are gold one that we know what we're doing.
And I feel like that goes back to what he said, where it's like some people have that drive to learn from those
Yeah,
better people, and I feel like that's also why I really started getting into CS:GO. Was I used to play with a kid named Bagel from Switzerland. He literally forced me to
I met
play it.
Bagel.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I
And
have met
he
Bagel.
literally forced me to play. In my first game, I was so terrible, but at the same time, he just laughed and would like give me tips, and like it was definitely one of those like that's like what an entry point should feel like for a game, even though you feel shit,
Yeah.
you like get this like reinforcement of like, oh, you did that right or something like that. Like I'd be running down cat and I'd accidentally deagle someone in the head and be like, oh shit, you got it, stuff like that. Like it's definitely
Yeah,
helpful.
I
So I'm gonna
definitely will
pose a
say,
question,
Yeah.
okay, go for it.
if you don't mind. So how do you guys feel about like skill-based matchmaking in
Oh, fuck
games?
that
I
shit.
Do you
Fuck
think it's
that.
do you think it's beneficial,
No, it's
or do
No.
you
definitely
think that
beneficial,
you
but
do?
yes, it just
In
the
certain
problem
games.
is here's the problem. You shouldn't use that as your only way of getting better because, yeah, you should learn against people who are your similar skill. but you should still go against and play with other people and like
That are higher.
strive to push for that higher rank. Like that's why I really like most games have recently added where you can like kind of see where other people's ranks are, and like you can kind of then be like, oh well, this guy's higher ranked than me, let me try to get in with him. And then when you're playing with him, maybe you watch what he's doing, you get a better feel of how things work. Like that's usually what I strive to do. At least I noticed most people in at least some of the games I play, that's like how they'll use that system is, oh, that guy was higher ranked than me in that last match. Let me get in with him and we'll play some matches with him and I'll learn some stuff from him. Like it's a community
Yeah.
knowledge.
I
So
will
it seems
say
like you're
this.
talking about it like sorry to interrupt you. It
No
seems
worries.
like you're
No, you're
talking
good.
about like kind of at the like the lower like mid-level players.
Yeah.
What do you think if you're sitting at the top?
Oh, if you're
What's
sitting
your
at the
opinion
top,
if you're like skill-based matchmaking where you're literally this has happened to me for years where
Like a
you
pro.
play against the same fucking 20 people
it's not
for
nearly as
hours.
Every
fun.
No, like I was
Yeah.
playing World War II the other day, which has like full ranked,
Mm.
and I swear to fucking God, I played in the same lobby against the same people for like 4 hours,
Hmm.
and
Oh no,
I'm still better
you
than them.
did.
Like those are the
You
best
did.
people on the game.
Well,
Period.
and I've
No,
experienced that
you did.
slightly when I play Rocket League with some of my friends who are like lower than just slightly under Grand Champion and shit like that. Because we'll pick up the same exact people over and over again who are trying to push into Grand Champion essentially. And they're like trying to teach me stuff about the game, but of course we're picking up like RLCS Season 6 Grand Finalist, blah blah blah. And it's like, I'm getting shit on by some of these guys, and I'm just jumping out there doing flips and trying to hit the ball essentially. But I can totally see where you're coming from with that, where like a couple of times it's like we'll join a match and we get the same exact team over and over again, just because that's the only people who are in your skill group essentially, or the same
Well,
group of people essentially.
yeah, I
See,
wonder. I wonder. Go ahead, Mace.
see, with Siege, back when I was playing it actually really competitively for PS4, I was doing my placement masters. Wow, English. I don't have it tonight. Um, when I was doing my placement matches with one of my friends, and he and I, whenever he and I play, he and I always plays gold. That's how we were placing. We were placing gold 3, gold 2, or gold 1 every time we played. He would place gold 1, I would place gold 2, but he and I would always finish first or second. He either MVP or me MVP every match. And I swear we were playing our 10 placement matches this night. Same 5 people, enemy squad, every other match at least. And it's just like, why are we getting the same people? We keep shitting on them. And it's
Well,
like,
it just couldn't
it's
match
like,
you
yeah,
right. I feel like some of the
yeah,
algorithms are really fucked up. I've played a couple of games that are kind of like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
with like Rainbow Six, I came in like I played that game for maybe 8 hours, and I literally like right when the game came out, right? And I'm like, oh, first person shooter, this is about to be cash.
Yeah.
Like this is about to be some easy fucking shit. And like the first like 2 3 games, I'm just shitting on kids. Like the game is new, so it's like if you can
yeah.
center and if you can shoot straight, you're gonna win. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I played, like leveled up as much as I could. And they had like skill based matchmaking and casual before you could get to ranked because
Mm.
nobody was level 30 yet.
Yep.
And I reached a certain point where I'm like, what the fuck is happening to me? Like kids understood the game better than me, and I literally that shit pissed me off so much. Just like
What?
the mechanics of the game and like how you can shoot through walls and like blow shit up and peek
Yep.
through little slits in wood. I'm like, this is some horse
I was
shit.
about to say
And
that's one of
since
the things I
yeah,
ran into with that guy who was either hacking or fucking smurfing or whatever, where he would do shit where
Shooting
it's just like,
before.
holy shit, dude. Like, well, okay, there was another one before that. That was the main reason I started freaking out because it was the same person who killed me essentially. The dude, literally the round before that, I don't remember exactly how it happened because I didn't clip it, but he shot me through like the tiniest little crack of something. And then like
Mhm.
on the replay I
That's how
watched it
he
and I
did
was
it
like,
before.
how did you even see me? I didn't see anything. I didn't see a flash of light. I didn't see movement. He just shot. Boom, dead. I was just like, damn, dude, fuck this
Yeah,
game.
with
Like,
Siege, yeah, Siege, you can be leaning, you can be holding a certain angle, and not see a damn thing, and they could be leaning and holding a certain angle and see you clear as
Oh, just
day.
hammering. Oh, I could talk for
It
hours about hammering.
yeah,
Fuck.
it
Oh
I
God,
could
that part
Call
too.
of Duty, same fucking thing.
Well, yeah,
You could
that's the
be
problem with
holding and
first-person
looking at the same
shooters.
fucking angle. One person could be holding the same angle, but sees you clean as day. It's just like fuck. I don't know about Overwatch. Wolf's the expert there. He's Overwatch god.
Wolf, are you an
I'm not.
Overwatch god? What's your rank? Carry me, senpai.
No, I don't play rank. I just play the classic.
Ah, same.
He plays casual because he's a pleb. He knows he could place high. He just doesn't ever do his
I
place.
just don't care for placements. Like I do my
No.
placements for the competitive points, but that's about
Well,
it.
and do you play with other people a lot, or do you mostly just play solo queues? Because what I've found when I did
With other
solo queues,
people.
oh, okay, when I did solo queues for any competitive shit, that shit was so toxic.
It was.
CS:GO is toxic, but holy shit, Overwatch takes it to a whole nother level. People will literally tell you why your whole family lineage is now just trash, essentially, and it's like, dude, bro, I'm just trying to like play this game. We're not even that high in ranks. I'm placing gold. Like, don't we don't need this. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it was
Yeah.
so toxic. Like, CS:GO is not
Yeah,
even
you
that
freak.
toxic.
Like
I
the thing,
did. You go, Wolf.
Yeah, gold.
I was gonna say like the thing is with Overwatch, it's different from like CS:GO and Siege. Is that it's very high speed. There you go.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
meta is
Yeah.
so weird right now too, especially with Echo. I don't like it.
No,
Yeah.
but like compared to Siege, I'm sorry. Compared to Siege and CS:GO, it's very high paced to where you need very high awareness. And sometimes you see your teammates have the lowest awareness that they could possibly have, and you're
Like,
so
oh.
frustrating.
Trust me, that's
No,
me
Yeah,
sometimes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
yeah, with Siege, I will say this: with you have to be very patient. Siege is a patient game. If you are not patient, you're gonna end up losing. If you're, I played the other night just solo queue for shits and giggles. I will say solo queuing rank on Siege not fun. It really isn't. You have to have a buddy or at least a 5-man. If you are not doing 2 or 3 or a 5-man and you're solo queuing, you're not gonna have a fun time because you never know if you're gonna get that one squad that is just like, nah, fuck your rank. We're not gonna help you, and purposely will throw a match and go 0-4. Because I didn't do rank, thankfully. I was just doing casual. But oh my god, just doing casual on Siege solo queue. Yeah, it wasn't fun. I got 0-3. Fuck, I was still MVP on my team, but fuck, I was like, you guys, like, seriously, you guys are higher levels than I am, and you guys have been playing PC probably longer than I have, but yet I am doing better than you and getting way more kills, even if you guys are still throwing. Fuck you guys. And it's just like,
I
nah.
I hate D rankers. That right there. Those are a group of people who are just terrible people. Look, you can make a fresh account and pay for a fresh account or have a free account to whatever a game or whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. You did that and created that account. But when you actively go from a super high rank and force loses on people, especially if you're not 5 stacking it, look, if you 5 stack it and do it, whatever. That's your deal. You're not
Yeah,
taking
that's
other
your
people's
Yeah,
deal.
it's hard.
ranks. But when you take other people's ranks with you, that's when you're a fucked up person.
Yeah.
I've run into so much of that. There's so much of that in, like, especially CS:GO and freaking Overwatch. People who are just like, oh, well, I'm just deranking because I didn't feel like, whatever. I don't know, whatever their fucked up reasoning is. I've heard it, but it didn't make any sense, and it wasn't enough to leave an impression on me for me to even remember what they're they're trying to say to me. I don't know. It's so stupid. I can't believe people would do that, frankly. I get it. You didn't like your rank. Make another account. Okay? Don't fuck up other people's day. Or do it with 5 people. Find 5 people who
Yeah.
want to D-rank. Go find some D-ranker forum. I'm sure they exist.
Yeah. They probably do.
Yeah.
For
I will
every
say
single
this.
game.
I've seen it in Black Ops 2 because excuse me, I've played the because back when Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3 were popping and were huge in the multiplayer world, and actually we're getting ready for big ass tournaments and shit. For BO2, when they dropped the what was the competitive scene in BO2? It wasn't the casuals, it wasn't the hardcore,
It was just ranked play. They had a ranked play.
yeah, the
Yeah.
ranked play.
That's the only time I ever ran into D rankers was in that
Yeah.
game.
I ran into so many D rankers in fucking BO2. It was ridiculous. The highest I've ever placed in BO2 was off of sheer fucking luck and willpower that I had got put on a really fucking good team, and they invited me to their fucking game, and I was like, all right, fucking bet, let's run it. And we all placed whatever the third highest is, whatever that was. So yeah, plat. I think we all placed
Or
plat.
I guess no, it was probably gold. It was a really weird ranking system. It was huge.
Yeah, BO2's ranking system was weird.
I remember.
As shit.
Yeah, I remember like ranking, and you rank like really high, but there were people who were really good who would just derank because they just fucking hated like. So there was like plat and then like master or fucking something diamond or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And like I
think
placed. Yeah, I don't remember. I placed like let's just say it's diamond. I placed diamond, and those are games where you like you run into like nade shot or whatever. Like I used to have a whole bunch of pictures on my phone of just like pros I'd played against, and then like you'd be in a game where it'd be like nade shot, and then the kids in the game like on my team when we're playing against him, I'm about to turn up on fucking nade shot right now.
Yeah.
I'm ready. And then everybody else is like, fuck this shit. Like we're just gonna shoot each other's bodies because we're in a game with nade shot.
Mm-hmm.
And so that shit just pissed me off, man.
Yeah.
But that ranking system is fun. This is my thing with like between like casual and ranked is so casual for like most recent CODs is they have like skill based matchmaking, and then when you get into ranked, like it's a whole different fucking field, and that's where shit gets like toxic. Like back in the day where everybody be on like game chat or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and shit just hits a whole new level. With that being said, I have a pretty interesting story. So I
just
Go
found
for it.
the rank system. It goes so Iron Division, which is bottom 20% of players, bronze, silver, gold, plat, and then plat, masters, and then grandmasters / professional.
That sounds familiar.
Doesn't exist. So masters is the top. Grandmasters is
for all like actual professionals, and that one was
the
like if you played on the circuit because it was all like MLG. If you played on the circuit, your account was just gifted that. So I would have been sitting at master.
Yeah. So technically speaking, then we placed plat. Technically, because grandmaster is technically first.
Grandmaster was untouchable. It would have been master.
So
because there were only like 50 players in the world, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess it would probably be like let's just say 100
It's
that
top
would actually
2%.
have that title.
Yeah, Masters Division is top 2% of players. Plat is top 18%. Gold is top 20, or like the next 20. And silver's next 20, and bronze next 20, and then the iron is bottom. But
obviously,
the squad that I was on, we placed plat. It was either plat or gold, one of the two. So like, when I say I grinded the shit out of BO2, I grinded the shit out of BO2.
That was a fun game, man.
Black Ops 2 was a good one.
Yeah, I'm tempted to buy it on Steam and just run through the campaign, because the campaign, not bad. It was actually a pretty good campaign. I will say my favorite Call of Duty campaign of all time, though, would either have to be Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. One of those two campaigns.
The MW2 campaign.
Are we leaving that only to Call of Duty, or are we leaving that all time? Because I was going to say I got a few others.
There's some good. I really like the Destiny campaigns, the Destiny stories.
Look, the Destiny
storylines were a lot of fun.
The Destiny one gets a lot of shit, but it was actually a lot of fun. Like the lore and everything was not there. Let's just all be real about that. It wasn't quite there.
Lore. It was
just a story for you to follow along with. It felt like little bit of a guided narration almost, a little bit, and that was about it. But it was still interesting, and I definitely whooped the shit out of it first day, and I was just like, hell yeah, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I will
It was
say,
fun.
yeah, I will say the best co-op campaign though would have to be World at War because
No.
no.
No, it was mainly because it was one of the best memories that I ever made with my best friend.
Oh, okay.
And
So it has sentimental value.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
So
that's
you're
the only
cheating.
reason.
You're cheating. I'm just kidding.
So you're at yeah. Here's what I'm saying. If you're talking about co-op, I think there's literally just one right answer, and it could be take your pick. Halo.
Yeah,
Any fucking game. If you
pretty
sold that,
much.
okay. So listen, you could be like I was like 9 years old
Hmm.
when like I was probably younger than that, but like growing up just playing like the Halo campaigns was so much fun because it was all co-op and you could play it on different like skill levels.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
pretty much
sorry.
my answers were Halo 1 through 3. If you were to pick any childhood
Yeah,
level one for pretty
Halo
much all of
3.
us, yeah.
Halo 3 is probably my favorite. I really liked like Reach as a whole. Reach was my first like FPS that I actually got like pretty decent at.
Dude, it was awesome.
It was just so much
I
fun.
just, the only complaint I had about Reach was especially the early days, there was some weird ass shit that would happen essentially. And it's not like it's not really, it doesn't detract from the game. It was just more like what kept me from really putting all the time in at the very beginning and then coming back to it later. And then I was like, oh hell yeah, they fixed everything, and I like started playing it for real, and like I grind that shit with my friends, you know what I mean? But like in
Yeah,
the
I'm so
early
glad.
days, I played the shit out of it, but at the same time, I would like anytime the glitches started getting crazy, it would just be like, all right, switch to something else for a little bit, like so we don't get crazy on this shit, because there was some
Here's
weird
something
shit.
funny, yeah. So like growing up, my parents are so against me playing like well video games for one, and then like first person shooters like shooter games,
Hmm.
as some parents can be. They were so against that shit, and so like growing up playing like Halo, like we'd literally be dicking around, just sprinting around doing like those like races or what have you. There were a whole bunch of like mini games, like you
Yeah.
can build your own maps and shit like
Yep,
that.
the custom
We
minigames
literally
were
be
off the
playing those.
wall.
My parents would lose their shit, and I'm like, "There's literally no gun on the screen. I don't know what you want me to tell you."
Mm.
And like growing up, like playing comp, same thing. It would be like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're playing in a tournament. We're in like the semifinals. I've been playing this shit for like 7 hours straight. You're like, God, we just need to do this. And then like I hear like a knock on my door, and I'm like, fuck. And like you just gotta turn everything off, fucking go run to your bed, like all that type of shit. Like I had parents like that, and
See, I will
fucking
say this.
See,
it sucked.
go ahead, Mason.
I will say this. Wolf has never had that experience though because he's always been on PC pleb.
That's not a
Yeah.
PC. Is not a pleb. It's PC Master Race, bro.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Look, I just didn't make the
Oh,
Man,
what?
100% conversion until Xbox 360 days, but I played PC hardcore while I was through high school. I was into World of Warcraft as a fucking crazy person, and I would stay up all night and then go to bed at 7 in the morning and then sleep for a couple hours, wake up at 8:30 or 6, go to bed 6 somewhere in there. Probably fall asleep about 7, like actually get up about 8:30, run to school essentially. Fucking barely make it to my first class and be like, I'm sorry I'm late, and then sleep through the rest of the day. So I raided all night every night all the time on World of Warcraft, and then I would play Halo all the time when I came home right after school with my brother. We would play Halo 2. Dude, we got to level 44, me and my brother combined. Technically cheating, but we were playing on one account because we couldn't afford two, and we leveled that shit hardcore, and we got that shit as far as we could. It's
little
fucking
G.
Love to
intense,
see it.
dude. That shit was intense. Oh gee! Here comes my brother. In fact, what's up, Hunt? How's it going?
What's up?
There's some beers in the fridge and some whiskey right there.
No, I
Blue
will
and
say this
yeah.
though. I
We're
am
on
happy
podcast.
for the fact
Blue and
that
yeah.
I did meet Wolf
Huh?
on PC only.
Nothing. I'm just talking gibberish.
I will say this. I do love the fact that I have a PC still and that I am going to be upgrading the motherboard here hopefully within the week and all that shit. Ooh, little G.
Yep,
Little
there he is.
G.
Wait, oh, I went the wrong way. There's little G. He's a chill ass cat.
Love it.
I will say this. Vlad is messaging me on Discord telling me to tell you to stop hating on Halo, Ross.
I'm not hating on Halo. I love Halo. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
this is his comment. This is his comment.
Okay.
He said,
Tell
tell
him to
Ross
start
to stop-
commenting in Twitch chat first of all.
okay, actually, gonna continue that. World at War, best. Get good scrub. If you don't like World at War, you didn't have a childhood. He said,
I didn't play that one.
I
I'm not gonna lie, I skipped it.
It was one of the earlier ones. He said his Twitch account is banned. No clue for what. And I was like, on his channel, or he's like, no, his actual account.
Oh, because he was hacking on Twitch. Damn, dude.
What?
I don't know why.
He
his
had
account
wall
got-
hacks on Twitch. Damn. That's some fucking ballsy shit.
Yeah, he then said start a convo about Witcher 3, best game ever. I was like,
That was a good one. No, actually, you know what? I amend my statement. Halo and Witcher series. That is a fucking good story. I didn't even finish Witcher 3 yet. I need to go back and replay that shit. And I still love the fuck out of that game. The only reason I quit was my PC at the time was shit. Absolutely crap. And it felt so bad to play that game, frankly. Not gonna lie.
There you go. You
I
guys
was
made a
loving it.
nice account.
Oh, there we go. Fucking had to
Oh,
make
no.
an account. Hey, you're an asshole.
I didn't even. I told him, I was like, no, you don't get to say that because this is a podcast. I'm gonna have to go on fucking.
I don't have the
Pod and
Twitch
fucking
chat.
blur
Oh, I
that.
do have the Twitch chat. Damn, nice. I did it.
I'm gonna.
I did it, chat. I did it without even remembering.
Shit. Witcher 3, by far best game out there.
Dude, no,
I've never
Witcher
played it,
3
so I can't
is
comment.
super awesome. If you want to play it, I think I can Steam family share it to you. Right? That
I've
should
never
work.
played it.
I've never played it.
It's
so-
super good. So, have you ever played Assassin's Creed and like
I've played every Assassin's
Red
Creed.
Dead? I
I've
guess
played
is the
Red
best
Dead.
two.
In the middle.
Yeah, it's literally like if they had a baby, but Assassin's Creed actually didn't freak out every time he tried to crawl on stuff. Boom.
Yep.
Dude,
I
There.
will say my favorite game.
it's legit
time.
100 hours worth of gameplay with DLC that has so many different. Yeah, that's the other thing. It has a lot of different endings. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I will say this: my all-time favorite video game. I don't care if you.
That's
say
your
yes,
personal. No,
no.
that's your personal preference. There you go.
Yes, my personal preference of video game. Skyrim.
Dude, that was a good one.
That's
Skyrim
fair.
was a really
That's
good one.
fair.
It's kind of
That's
like
a
I
good
never
Skyrim,
played. I never played a ton of
but
Skyrim.
not first person.
Oh, my
Like,
Vlad, believe it or not, he's the reason why I got into Skyrim.
Dude,
and
Skyrim was good.
Oblivion and all that shit.
Skyrim was good. I'll let you look. I'll let that pass. You get a pass. You know what? Next time I see you in GTA, I'm not gonna shoot you. Damn.
Yet.
Yeah, unless you
Nah,
fuck up.
Yeah, no.
Whiskey.
Like 100% personally, my favorite is Skyrim. Not because of all the mods you can do, but because of how immersed you can get into it. Just alone, just this. Ever since I bought it on PC, I have spent and Skyrim. Let's see here, and Vlad's got me way fucking beat.
Oh yeah.
I've spent
One
on
sec,
PC.
sorry.
I've spent
Vlad, I
50
can't look at your messages because we have the video up and that's how I see it. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Anyway, that's why we had you come to Twitch chat.
I will say this with how, because with PC, I've only played 15 to 19 hours on PC, but on PS4 and PS3, I've spent hundreds upon countless hours on Skyrim, just exploring it of every
Oh, yeah.
nook and cranny and shit. It's just like
78 hours.
That was probably one of the
78?
first real let's weird, really nerdy videos I started watching was like stuff you could find in Skyrim, and it was just this dude who would go through like various interactions that could pop up, stuff like that, and it was super nerdy, but it was super interesting to me. It was like one of those games where I was like, damn, dude, hang on, let me launch my shit and see if I can get in there, you know? Fuck, dude. That and the mods. Not gonna lie, having the ability to literally turn the game into anything, it's kind of like Minecraft. That's why it's outlived its time. Is it has such a replayability because of its player base, and that's why more games should embrace mods. Even if you have an online feature, you just have a thing that says, hey, if they decide to launch it in online without anti-cheat, they know they might run into cheaters, but they're also gonna go play with mods and stuff. You know what I mean? They're joining private servers essentially. More games should add that. The fact
See,
that
Yeah,
GTA didn't embrace 5M more has actually kind of hurt them a little bit, because it's actually hurt 5M a little bit. And 5M means more purchases. And I know people who've literally purchased that game for 5M only. They don't play GTA at all. They don't give a fuck about the story. They don't give a fuck about the online. They
No,
play
they
it for
don't.
5M, and that's it.
We could talk about one person that is really, really, and I mean really, immersed into it that we're no longer friends with said person. Sadly.
They're not immersed into it. They think they are. Okay, look. Here's the
They
problem.
think they are.
Here's the problem with people like her. They think they're into RP, but really they're into power gaming, which is I get to do all these things and I get to make all these decisions, and I get to control the group and I get to be the person. You know what I mean? I'm the guy.
Yeah.
But you guys aren't. That was how she treated it. And I'm sorry, that's exactly how I see it now. When I look back on everything that happened and the way that she played the game, that's how it was. And it's a game. RP is a game. In the end, it's a game too, and you shouldn't be mad at it. That's why I'm
Oh,
not
I
mad
play
at her
Watch
for
Dogs.
her RP. What I'm mad about is her toxicity in the end, when it came down to everything. But that's a whole nother story that we can talk about another day.
Oh yeah, definitely. What did you
Main
say,
thing
Wolf?
about our go ahead, yeah, Wolf. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with Vlad. I much enjoy Watch Dogs.
Oh. See,
I
I've
mean,
played Watch Dogs and I played Watch Dogs 2. I've platinumed Watch Dogs 2 on fucking PS4 on one of my fucking accounts. I forget which one, but I fucking platinumed it in like 2 days. It was one of the easiest fucking platinum trophies in the world. Not in, you would think getting a platinum trophy in any video game, and trust me, my very first platinum trophy was Destiny. Very first platinum trophy ever. Destiny. Only reason why it was my first ever is because I loved Destiny so much that I was willing to find somebody that is better at raiding than I am. And I found a person, and they helped me get the Flawless Raider trophy.
here,
So I was like,
to answer the question of why people enjoy GTA 5 more than Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs, while it's a good copy, and I say that with serious confidence because I own all of the Watch Dogs, it's a copy. That's the thing.
Did you
It's not
pre-order the third one?
nearly quite as good. You can't do even half the stuff you can in GTA 5. And finally, where's their modding community? Where's 5M for them? I just want to point that out. If it really was as good and it had as much replayability, people would have modded the shit out of it. And while they have modded it, that you don't hear about that shit. People don't care because the problem with Watch Dogs is there's the taste of sour in your mouth when one company, whoever it was, paid them to turn down the graphics for all of the versions to match each other, make it all look even, and no one's better than anyone else. Well, that fucking sucks, especially for PC people who are like, yo, I paid a lot of money for this graphics card. I'd kind of like my game to look better than the guy who bought an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One or any of that shit. And that's just fair. You know, that's fair. They paid $5,000 for their computer. Their computer probably should run a little bit better than that $800 anything. PC,
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
the
Xbox
producer,
setup, you know, with all the stuff. It should still look better.
yeah, one of the producers is Dominic Geary. Geary? I don't know. Guay. I don't know if I could say that.
Guay. Guay? Gua.
Yeah, Gua. I don't know. It
You got
starts
it.
with a G.
You got it. I
Um,
believe in you.
I don't know, but that was the producer. The designer is Danny Blinger.
Don't even try. Just keep going.
Programmer Patrick Zink, writer Kevin Short, composer Brian Ritz, platforms Microsoft Windows, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii U. The fuck?
Really? That
Yeah,
game didn't, or that console didn't get that many games.
no, and it got Watch Dogs. Developers
All right.
Ubisoft Montreal and publisher
I didn't even
is
hear about that.
yeah. I didn't even no like legit Wii U. It has it. Watch Dogs is on Wii U. Like what the hell? You
Huh.
don't hear about mini video games for the Wii U.
No, not really.
No.
Hell, in a AAA title is on the Wii U.
Well, let's just say they had a lot more optimism for it than anyone else, except for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Here's the main fault with the Wii U. They called it the Wii U. Just saying. The first time I heard it, and for months after, I was like, oh, I have to own a Wii. Well, I'm not buying one of those, so fuck that shit. You know what I mean? It just felt like an add-on. It should not have been named anything similar. It should have been called the XYKZ Blow Me Up Baby. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But
Like
by
I
not
get
differentiating
that.
itself, I thought I had to purchase two things, and I didn't care.
Like okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I've owned my Switch now for about a month now, roughly, give or take. Yeah, about a month, and it has
Mine's on because it's
literally
got power, bitch. Just kidding. I know yours has power. I'm just joking. God.
yeah, mine has power. I just have it turned off because I haven't fucking played. Like, I'm gonna be honest here. I haven't played Animal Crossing in probably 2 weeks. Mainly
Is that the
because
only
it's
game
like,
you have? Or
yeah, that's the
oh,
only one I got.
that's part of it. Okay, so I've got like, hang on one sec. Let's just take a look here. So I've got no, I've got Nintendo Switch Online, the NES thing. I've got Pokemon Shield, Pokemon Sword, Untitled Goose Game, Zelda Link's Awakening, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, Super Smash Brothers. Oh, there's more.
Dude, I would kill
Super
to play
Mario
you against.
Party, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. That was the worst game I ever purchased. Was that last one? I haven't launched it since I played it like a year ago. No, like a long time ago. I moved all the Pokemon off and put it on Pokemon Home, and that was the end of that. That game sucks. Hopefully, I can move them on for there someday. But
Someday I do want to get some more games for my Switch, but I want to get a Switch that can dock because then I would stream Switch games because then it's like
it's
that's
actually
kind of the whole
useful.
reason why.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of the only reason why I got a Switch.
Yep. No, that's why I bought
This
the dockable one.
Yeah, this is the only one they had in stock. And I was like,
Well,
okay,
hang
well,
on. If you hold on to that, the
for-
bots might start buying too many of those, and you can sell it for more than it's worth because that's what Ruby did to his dockable Switch.
I don't know. No, but like, I like how I have it set up. Like I like my setup and shit the way I have it because I have 1, 2, and then 3 monitor, and then I have my Switch under my main monitor because then it's like
Wait, do you have another
Alright,
TV right there?
I have a TV, Switch, and then monitor, and then my Switch is directly below my monitor.
Like big ass
So-
TVs, or what? Can you show us what your setup looks like, or no? Is that
I
impossible?
got you.
Let's
No,
see it.
it's possible.
I want to see this.
Got it.
What kind of TVs you got? Let's see this.
So I got my.
All right, you got to clean up those
119
bottles. Just saying. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I know. I got garbage duty tonight, anyways.
It's all right. Look at
And
mine.
And then I got the podcast episode there on the 24-inch, and then I got another 19-inch that my camera sits on. Oh, speaking of, this I will be giving away. Can't give out details as to when because it'll be a giveaway on my Twitch, Adam.
So watch
Or,
twitch.tv/Mason1717_. There you go.
yes. I haven't released dates or time as to when the giveaway is going to be happening, mainly because Adam or Revibes, as Wolf knows him and Numlii knows him. Sadly, you don't know
Anomaly?
him because
Holy shit, you guys know Anomaly?
I said Numlii.
No,
But-
Papa! Papa!
But no, Revives, he's gonna help me set up a thing with the giveaway to make sure it actually goes to a actual winner. Because if I do it, it's gonna end up going to a fucking bot, and it's gonna be like, well,
What do you mean? You just gotta do a little research before you announce the winner. You just gotta like look at their account, be like, okay, what's this guy doing?
yeah, that's what Revives is gonna be helping me with is setting that up, and
It'll pick a true winner.
yeah. I don't know exactly when I will be giving it away and all that shit, but I will be doing a giveaway with the Elgato HD60. It's not an HD60S, mainly because it's an older Elgato, but it's an Elgato nonetheless, and you can record in 60 FPS. Not bad.
Perfect. That's all,
yeah.
I mean, if you're a console player, that's all you fucking
I was about to
need,
say, that's
really.
Yeah.
pretty much everything.
Yeah, because before I ever, and I mean ever, fully switched to PC streaming, which I am now, I've been fully PC streaming since. Fuck. How long have I had my PC back now, Ross?
Well, not that long, yeah. Like 4.
3-ish months?
No, 4 months at best. 3.5 to 4.
Yeah, 3.5 to 4 months is I've been on PC legitimately, and I've been grinding on PC, and I love my PC and all the upgrades I've been doing to it. And I'm gonna be honest here, with Ross's guidance, I don't think I would ever be this far. I really wouldn't.
Look,
I would probably still be no graphics card, still running on an internal fucking processor and graphics, and it's like, yeah, no.
look, I just I want people to be able to do the stuff that I do with my computer, and you can do it on a budget. That's the thing. Like, you don't have to buy the best parts. Like, you just have to pick the right parts and put them all together. I used to be on pre-built when I first moved on to PC gaming. That's the main thing I want to stress. Like, I totally understand the reason to go pre-built. And actually, nowadays, pre-built is frankly gotten way better than it's ever been.
Oh,
Frankly,
fuck yeah.
you'll actually get something that actually works. Unlike the first days when I bought a CyberPower PC and it fucking showed up with a, what was it, a 450 Ti or something stupid. They made it sound so great, and when it showed up, I launched it and it couldn't even play Minecraft, and I was like, nice. Nice. I think the best of the time was a 770, but still, like, a 450 Ti, what the fuck did they throw that shit in there for now that I look back on those days? Nowadays, they'll actually build you a good computer and be like, yo, this will run shit.
Absolutely.
I will say, my Digital Storm, I will say I love it.
Except the mailman stole your fucking graphics card.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, yo.
He didn't even know, though. That's the part that's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, he literally went how long without checking before I asked you what's your computer and told you to take a picture, and I went, you don't have a graphics card, bro.
5 months.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, listen. So I've had my PC for almost a year, and it's a pre-built. I got it through like Prime Days. It was one of the it's Skytech Gaming, which most people haven't heard of before.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some buddies that I go to school with who are like they know what they're talking about, and I trust them because I literally know fuck all about computers.
Same.
At all. And so like
These two know everything.
Fair enough.
This is our difference. So like I consulted the friends, I consulted the people I needed to, and this was one hell of a deal. I think like for pre-built computers, like they're not as expensive unless you get like a beefy fuck. Digital Storm makes big computers, you know.
$600.
So this one was I think retail like 1,400, and so like I ended up getting it for like right at 1,000. And so I was hyped because I was like, I can start streaming, yo. I can, start doing this and that, which makes a big difference in like the comp community. And the day it arrived, I like come home and I'm like fucking giddy.
Yeah.
Rolled to my front door. It wasn't there.
Yes,
And I live in Montana, so you don't have to like sign for packages all that often.
Oh God.
This one I didn't have to sign for. So it said delivered, and I'm like, holy fuck. I rolled to my front door. I'm like, it's not there. Like, our mailbox is too small to hold a PC. And I was freaking the fuck out. They dropped it off at the apartment upstairs from where I am at. And I'm so glad I found that. And this happens all the fucking time. Like, when I got my last monitor, they dropped it off at the building over upstairs. So I'm like fucking freaking out. I'm
I
like,
would
where the
shit
fuck
my
is my
pants.
monitor?
I'm not gonna lie,
Dude,
bro.
I can't even lie, dude. I was literally sprinting around the complex looking for it. I was like ready to make phone calls. I was ready to fight a war. And I like, thank God I found it. And then there was probably 3 weeks ago, I got really drunk on stream and ordered McDonald's. And this dude, maybe it was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Mace was probably in my stream. And this dude calls me. He's like, all right, I'm dropping it off at your door. I'm like, thanks. I go outside. It is not there. This motherfucker dropped it off 3 buildings down, and all of our buildings look the same, but they have numbers outside that tell you what building it is. This motherfucker, I had to run like 400 yards
Jesus
and up
Christ.
2 flights of stairs to get my McDonald's. I was just sprinting through buildings. I was like, where the fuck is my shit? I'm like piss drunk. I'm like, probably wasn't even running that fast. But
I will
I
say
found
this,
it, and then it was cold.
I was more than definitely drunker than you. I was
Oh,
definitely
that one
drunker than
night?
you.
You haven't. I very seldom get really pissed drunk. I have a really funny Twitch clip. I'll pull it up while we keep talking, just to show you guys.
I'll definitely download it and put it in the
Yeah.
Oh, it is fucking gold. So essentially, to give you a little background, I got really shitty drunk, and then we were just sitting around like this in a video call on Discord, and like I went to take a piss, and then I came out, and then I like went to sit down in my chair, and then I stood up and fell over. And then I went and laid in my bed, and I'm streaming this too. So I'm like laying in my bed, and then I come back, and I'm just sitting here just like belligerently drunk. You can tell because I'm speaking like a fucking idiot. And then I just pull a giant bag of tortilla chips from under my desk, just pull them up and start eating while everybody's talking. I'll
Oh
find
boy.
it.
I feel like Wolf here is just like on the lonely side. He hasn't gotten drunk.
Oh,
It's okay. More
fair
respect
enough.
to you.
Yeah, frankly,
It's better for you.
it's not that good for you, frankly. There's a reason they
Yeah,
call it pick your poison.
Yeah,
I
like I
gotta
said,
find this.
I've been drunk 5 times.
Wait.
in my entire...
Wolf was saying something. Go ahead, Wolf.
Oh, just yeah, I've been told it's not the best thing, or like good on me.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Basically,
I'm really
you should feel that way about it because while I'm a person who loves whiskey and this and that, and I'm a connoisseur, you know what the difference between a connoisseur and the homeless guy who buys a bottle of whiskey is?
what?
You take the bottle out of the bag.
Yep.
That's the difference.
Mace, I just sent you that. If you want
Alright,
to pass
okay.
it along.
Yeah.
It's drinking is an interesting thing. We could probably talk about this for a little while. So I am 21,
Mm-hmm.
but again, I live in Montana. So by the time you're fucking 15, you're drinking. There's a saying around here. It's by the time you're 10, you're drinking Busch Light. By the time you're 15, you're drinking whiskey. By the time you're 18, it's fucking game over. And you know, being like 21 and living in a college town and shit, it is what it is. Like when I was 18 years old, like I've always been able to grow facial hair. I could roll into bars and
I
not get
can't.
carded at all.
I can't.
See, that sucks. I actually just shaved my beard last week.
It
It was
doesn't
looking.
even
It
look
was looking. I know. It was bushy. It was fucking burly, and I liked it. But then it got too hot. It got to like 75 degrees here, and I was like, "Fuck this shit."
So, weird thing with me, my beard, this is only a week. Not even. This is a week.
Fuck, bud.
This is a
This
week.
is, let me just count you, months since COVID.
This is a
Really?
week.
Yeah.
I've shaved 4 times in the past fucking
If
2
I
months.
shaved every day, maybe it would grow thicker, but it doesn't seem to help.
It's not worth it. Trust me. So I have had to shave like often since I was probably like 14 or 15 years old. And then the big thing that killed me was last summer I had an internship which required you to wear a tie every day and you to come to work clean shaven every day. Um, and then as soon as that internship ended, I had some buddies there because I'm a hairy ass man. They were like, "You should grow out a beard," and I'm like, "All right, fuck it." And I just kept it trimmed just to look professional enough um, for
Oh,
basically like
bullshit,
6 months. And the only thing I have never really touched outside of trimming when it gets in my mouth is my mustache. So you're looking at like 8 months worth of mustache. And that's like the only part of my face that doesn't really grow facial hair as strong as everything else. But I trimmed this basically down to stubble on Saturday. And it's already looks like this.
And
And
then
it
Wolf over
is
here is just
or
like,
I guess it was maybe like Thursday. So we're looking 4 or 5 days, and this is what I look like.
yeah.
I shave on a daily basis.
And
Wolf
I
is.
respect that.
I will say this: Wolf, out of the gaming junkies here, Wolf is the babyface of the entire podcast group, which I
Love it.
respect 100% because we have to have the babyface. We have to have the good-looking guy here.
Yeah, I'm
Before
really the odd man out. Like, I'm not competitive at all compared to you guys.
Yeah, no. Wolf,
that's okay.
Wolf, I will say this: he is one of the more calm, collective, mentally stable of the gaming junkies because the rest of us are very fucking competitive. And by the
Are
rest
you
of us, I
calling me
mean you.
unstable? Do you want to 1v1 me right now, motherfucker? That's it.
Let's fucking
Knife
go.
fight in
Let's go.
CSGO. Let's do it, bitch.
Yeah, because I do have that growth mentality we were talking about earlier. Like, I do
Yeah.
want to improve my aim, but that's more so just for me.
Yeah, and I will say this for sure. Wolf is definitely one of the more, like I said, calming and one of the more easygoing of the group. Because if you look at me, I am competitive as shit. I I was telling Ross earlier today, right before everybody joined call, playing Warzone with two of my friends and then one of their friends.
Oh, yeah, I can't shit talk in Warzone.
Dude, fifth, fourth, third, second. No first. We finished second twice, third.
What I'm
2
hearing is you
times.
didn't do the last match, which would come in first.
Yeah, probably. We all got pretty tired and we were all getting hungry and shit. And we were like, yeah, time to go eat. Let's take a break, go eat. Call it a
Here's
night.
the thing: is that like right now I can hold a conversation and I'm like, pretty calm, cool, collected. But like in my streams,
Oh yeah, I've seen you
shit
stream.
gets pretty nuts. Like I'm a really high energy guy, and I'm incredibly competitive. And so like when I was going through clips, so earlier today because Twitch changed their their music rules,
Yeah, their
I
music.
literally went through and probably deleted like 110 clips, and I was watching every single one of them. And oh my god, back when I played comp at the beginning of this year, and so you'd be listening to this playing in like a tournament on Saturday morning, and it might be 10 o'clock in the morning. But I've had a bang, I've had 2 cups of coffee, I have so much nicotine in my blood, I don't even know what fucking year it is, and I'm just screaming. Like my face is fucking red, my tongue is hanging out of my mouth, just fucking screaming at my TV. And it's 10:30 in
Yeah.
the morning.
See, with me,
Oh boy.
I want to stream COD again, but my processor it's still the 2600 AMD.
You have an Elgato.
I don't have a PS4.
Oh shit. Oh, did you get rid of it? Rid of it?
It's never been my PS4. It's my roommate's PS4.
Oh
Oof.
shit. All right.
Even
I
then,
honestly did
I
not know
can't
that.
update COD. Yeah,
Yeah.
even then, I can't update COD because he only has a 500 gig fucking system. So it's
Hate to
like
see it.
COD is the entire fucking thing, and he has
Yep.
games on there that he plays. So it's like,
Fucking it's not worth
eh.
it. You should before we get too far along, you should pull that clip up real quick.
Yeah, just pull it up and send it to me real quick. Or where is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Hang on. I got it.
While he's pulling it up, I do want to say, like, the one thing that does get
Oh.
me is the motivation to actually upload stuff and editing. Like,
Yeah.
like I think to myself, like, why do that when I could just lay in bed? Honestly.
There you
Oh, I
are.
feel yeah. I mean, I when I started streaming, like just on the motivation thing,
And Twitch.
I was so motivated, and I think for probably like 3 months, the longest I went without streaming was maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was streaming every single day. I got affiliate, so I started streaming middle end of July. Let's just say like around July 21st, and I was an affiliate before September 1st on Twitch, which is huge because I know people that have streamed for 3+ years before they got affiliate. And
Really.
like it took me a month, and then I basically streamed at least 4 or 5 days a week up until like March. And
Mhm.
then at around March, I had a talk with Adam with Revibes, um, and we came to the decision that like I shouldn't play comp just because I was having internet troubles, and like our comp team was kind of falling to pieces. Like we couldn't make a solid five work,
Yeah.
and so I stopped. And at that point, like I just lost all motivation. Like classes went online, and like I couldn't even bring myself to get out of bed some days. And so I basically stopped streaming altogether for like 2 months. And then in the last, what would you say, Mace, 3 weeks, 3 4 weeks,
Last month, yeah.
I've been streaming just about every day.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I have gone from like I dropped down. At one point I had probably 60-ish subs on Twitch. I stopped streaming for 2 months. I had 8. And then in the
Yeah.
last 4 weeks, a lot of which thanks to Mason, I would how many? How many do we want to say? 30? Yeah,
Ish.
let's say 30, 25-ish, 25 subs is because of Mason. And
Nice.
I'm at 50 subs, give or take a few.
Nice.
So like just in coming back and streaming for 4 weeks. And so it's nice to have that motivation
Hell
and
yeah.
not have the pressure to like perform with comp. Like I've literally just been dicking around playing different CODs, playing a lot of Warzone, and like I'm good enough to where like the gameplay itself is entertaining. But I got like a whole stream revamp, and so like just me myself is the other half that just makes watching my stream like something you can do for a
Mhm.
while, and it's nice to feel motivated again to do stuff like that. And like I know nothing about editing or designing or anything like that, but I'm sure that I would lose motivation for that in an instant. Like I'm a fucking idiot
See,
when it comes to stuff like that.
yeah. So last topic here, real quick. The reason, and I went on a little bit about this last week too. And uh, the reason why I do gift 20, 30, fuck, even
Okay,
50
you're
times.
this.
Yeah, the reason why I do this is mainly because, and yes, Ross, I see you messaging me.
I'm just letting you
Um,
know. Shut up.
I know. The reason why I do it is, and normally you'll see it in the Gonzo interview video when it comes out. I don't know when Revive is gonna put those out. Yeah, there's a video that I did for Gonzo, and I don't know when Revives is gonna put it out, but he said he's
Oh, he's like, I'm not part of Revives. I don't know why I thought I was gonna be on it.
No, I do it because I would rather see somebody else put the money to better use than, yeah, I probably could use it and probably upgrade all of my shit to fucking, oh, fuck it, let's get an HD 60S, let's get a new PS4, let's get this, and this. I don't want that stuff. I am more than happy and content with the shit that I have right now. So I would rather send the money somewhere else and see somebody else use it and put it
I
to
mean,
good use.
yeah, I agree with you, and I mean, I've said it before in my streams, and I'll say it again. Like, it's like the amount of gratitude I have for you, and it's not just money driven, because I'm like naturally I like to think I'm not a money driven guy, but
Mhm.
it just shows that like either I'm doing a good job or that somebody cares or somebody enjoys the content, and that's
Yeah.
all that I need. That is all the assurance that I need,
Mhm.
to see like myself putting in the time and know like the worth that I have, and
Yep.
to see somebody else that might share that same thing. And so again, it's not even the money. Like I just enjoy
Mhm.
like talking to somebody in chat, or like that's enough for me. And
Yeah, definitely.
just seeing stuff like that and seeing like the growth in the channel is huge, and it
It's
motivates me
motivating.
further.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
So
see, with me,
yeah.
when I hit 600 followers, and I hit 600 with Gonzo. That's when I hit 600. I hit
That's pretty
600. Yeah, I hit 600 like a few weeks ago, and it's been a slow, steady increase ever since. I'm at 629 currently, 6 subs, and those 6 subs are my loyal friends and family members. And I call Ross and Wolf here family because I've known them for so long.
Sweet.
Ross, yeah, Ross is one of those subs that I know I don't ever expect it, but he always at least subs at least once every other month, which is cool. I love him for it. And then my friend Kat, she doesn't care. She wants to be my one sub that is been there for a year, subbed every month for an entire year. Ever since I've been an affiliate, she's always been there and she's always subbed. She's been subbed since August of last year. She's almost to that 1 year. And she's going to be the first person to do it, which
Nice.
is fucking ecstatic for me. And
Yeah.
it's going to be ecstatic for her because it's like she's going to be the first person in my channel that it has been a 1 year sub.
Yeah.
And I love her for it. And honestly, she, believe it or not, her fiance actually invited me to their wedding. And I'm like, okay, great. So now I have their wedding that I'm going to. I have my buddy's wedding that I'm going to in 2 years, and it's like I'm actually going to be a groomsman in my friend's wedding that lives about a mile away from me. And get this, his wedding is Star Wars. So, but we'll touch more on that next week. So at this point in time, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start winding the podcast down here. Been about an hour and 27-ish minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we're hitting that. We're hitting that.
yeah, I kind of wanted to.
He's
keep
got a
it
lot of
little-
editing to do. He's gonna cry. He's getting a little more
Yeah.
sad every moment. I was just happy to let it go. I almost let it go. I looked at the time and went,
Should've.
should I text him that the times keeps going up? I don't know where we're at. Fuck yeah, I guess I'll tell him.
No, I keep looking down. I look down at like 9:40, 9:48, and I was like, huh, and 48 minutes of a fucking podcast. Cool. No,
For me, each day that goes by without editing, you feel guilty.
yeah, I mean, if you take the first podcast that I edited, which was podcast episode 3,
Oof.
and was it 3 or was it 4?
No, it was 3.
4.
It was 3. Was it? Did
Oh.
you not do 3?
No, I didn't do 3. It was
You
4
just
'cause-
uploaded it?
Yeah, I just uploaded it. I
Oof.
uploaded it with the fucking intro and outro, and I was like, yeah, did.
There you go.
Mainly, okay, the only reason why I did that is because it was 10 a.m. and I'm like, okay, fuck, I gotta get this up. Fuck it.
You should have just
Let's
told
get it
me you
uploaded.
didn't want to edit it. I would have thrown something together at least. You could send it to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, anyways, like, episodes 4, 5, and episode 6 here will have been edited, but if you look at episodes 4 and 5, you can definitely tell that I'm slightly improving on editing. So
He's learning. He's learning. I showed him a couple things, and then you know,
Love it.
he's
Yeah.
starting to pick it up.
yeah, I also watched the Adobe fucking tutorials.
There you go. There you go.
on Adobe.
That's
So,
much better than my tutorials because they're mostly just, how the fuck did I do that again? Right. You turn this thing, I think.
But no, so once again, guys, we are joined by Numlii. His and all his social media, his Twitch, Twitter, and I don't know if you have an Instagram. If you do,
It's personal. So no.
His Instagram live will be there. Don't worry.
Fair enough. You
My
know,
OnlyFans.
His
Yep.
personal Facebook account will be linked as well. Just go find him. His phone number will be in the description. As
Whoa!
well.
Don't tell people to go
Facebook
find
and
him,
his
okay?
family members.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys letting me on.
His pet
Always,
will be
I'm always
linked
down
in
to do it. Like I can literally sit here and talk, in detail about really anything.
Wow.
No, definitely. I enjoyed having you
Thank you.
around, man. I hope we get to see you again.
absolutely.
Now
Oh,
that you
Oh, I
mention
hope so
it,
too.
now that you
I'm
mention it,
I mean, fuck, I'm motivated now. I'm gonna probably fire my stream up after this.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
know.
Do it. Do it.
wow, I might actually edit.
You know what,
So
Mason?
before we,
Hang on.
TV/Numliis.
Before we end this, real quick, before I hit that stop button, I hear you, little G. Just chill out, buddy. Okay.
question. With the
Yeah.
3 of us here, the 3 gaming, or 3 of the 5 gaming junkies here, Would you like to be a permanent sixth?
Wow.
Yes or no?
We'll see.
One day.
I don't want
One
to
day.
jump in. I
Should be a
I hate to be
soft.
that guy. I am
Mhm.
like a busy person
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no
to
shit.
begin with.
Fair enough.
I'm happy to special guest. I'm happy to jump in. Um, when I have the time, and I hate to make that sound like I'm an asshole.
Oh no, no, no.
Nah.
It's totally understandable.
But I'll come jump in on some Mondays. We'll
What?
just have to see what's going on. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's why I'm already adding Bamboo, saying he's replaced.
Damn.
I mean, shit, I've messaged Bamboo. He's never replied to me. So, I mean, if you want to talk to him, Wolf, then go right ahead. You
Got
have
him.
the permission to invite him and make him a gaming junkie. So you have those permissions. Everybody that has the gaming junkie role has those permissions.
I'm a gaming
So.
junkie.
Yes, sir.
Well,
So,
I'm-
yep. Once again, guys, we would like to thank Numlii for joining us today. So, once again, all his social media stuff, Twitch, Twitter, and anything else will be down in the
That's
description.
It's like the third time we said that, but alright. Anyway, we're
Well,
heading
I
out,
love
guys.
it.
I feel like Mason's pretty drunk, and I've been the one drinking this whole time. So, thank you so much for hanging out. Gaming Junkies out. We got Wolfson, we got Mason1717 _ on Twitch, we got Agent Colorado, and hang on. I keep trying to say it as Nomlii, but it's Numlii. I keep trying to say
Numlii.
Nomlii, but
There's a
Numlii.
competitive jersey right there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Numlii.
There we go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching and hanging out. This has been an amazing little hangout here with everyone. We'll see you guys again. Thanks.